Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? We have a little bit of a treat today because we're going to be trying to play with Lightning. Particularly Lightning Army of One. This is a card that a lot of people have been wanting to get into a deck. And I figured if we can play it in a deck that has a lot of burn spells, maybe this is the best way to do it. But let's find out. So we're starting with 4 Burst Lightning because, you know, 1 mana burn spell, easy to hit our opponent, and it plays with all the other cards in the deck like you'll see here in a second. We do have Heartflame Duelist, which is really good for 2 reasons. 1, it can be 3 damage as an adventure, but also we can gain life from all of our instants and sorceries, dealing damage. Coruscation Mage, this is just to do some extra damage along with our spells, occasionally make 2 bodies, which is really nice. We have a couple of copies of Highway Robbery just to draw some cards if we need to late in the game, especially if we have land we don't need, we could sacrifice that. We do have 3 Lightning Strikes because, again, this is a burn deck, we're trying to load up on the damage. Couple more Rin's Resolve so we can draw some cards, which these can only be used till end of turn, and I kind of split the difference because I didn't know if I wanted more Highway Robbery or if I wanted more Rin's Resolve. Lightning Helix, we're playing the appropriate colors. This gains us life and kills a creature, so of course we're going to go with this. And then we have a couple of copies of Gutter Snipe, which is just cool because it means every spell deals an extra 2 damage now, which is super nice. And then Lightning Army of One is a 3 mana, 3/2, almost said 3/4, 3/2 human soldier with First Strike, Trample, Lifelink. But whenever this card deals damage, until the end of turn, any other damage we do deals double damage. This is actually big because while it has First Strike, we can actually take down a 6 power creature with this deck because we can shoot the opponent's creature, then First Strike to kill it. And if it's smaller than that, because Lightning has Trample, all we need is 1 point to get through, and then all the other combat damage is double, any spells we cast are double, so we'll see how it works out. But if Lightning doesn't work, we have a backup plan of Defiler of Instinct. This also deals damage anytime we play a red spell. And O'Hare Ashnil, any of these things that are doing 1 and 2 points of damage now become 4 because it'll be dealing damage equal to its power. And we have Urabrass that also lets us deal damage and gives us extra mana for every spell that we're casting. And if that doesn't work, our long-term game plan is Virtue of Courage. So then we hit our opponent, we get to look at extra cards, and hopefully be able to pseudo-combo them out to finish them. So yeah, if you've been looking to play Lightning, this might be your list. At the end of the video, we'll have a link that takes you over to Moxfield, our channel sponsor, where you can download this, and you should be hosting your deck list there as well. But also, if you want to buy this list, because it's a fairly affordable list to build, you can go ahead and check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. I almost said Tales for Adventure. Tales of Adventure. You can use my code DRAGON, DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on your whole order, which will save you a good chunk of money. But for now, let's go see if Lightning blasts through the competition. Okay, we got 1 burn. We don't have any 2 mana things, but we might keep this and just see what happens. I mean, there's a world where this can work. The other interesting thing is, nobody's really playing this type of deck, so when you see red and white, your opponent thinks you're doing something completely different than what we're going to be up to, which is fun. Though, looks like the opponent's playing a deck that's not going to be a lot of fun for us. So we're going to have to figure some things out here. I don't expect Lightning to live, so I have to decide if it's worth it to play Urabrask or O'Hare Ashnil first. And I might go with, well, it sort of depends. Like, if we think things are going to die, O'Hare National at least turns into a land. But if we don't think things are going to die, then we play Urabrask because we just get more out of it, you know? So, are we attacking to just try to kill their land? Which is gross, but sure. Or kill their creature, not kill their land. I don't even know why I said that. Yeah. And we'll get a point or 2 through anyway here. Ping the opponent for 1. Oh, actually, I messed up. I could have actually... Well, I would have got 1 more point, because I could have doubled the ping from this if I did it post-combat. So, really, it wouldn't have mattered. 1 more point got through. Okay, we were looking for some burn spells. Wasn't sure we were going to get there like this. But this is mostly fine. Interesting that they played Chocobo. What does this mean the turns are going to look like? If I attack with just... let's do this. We'll see how the opponent feels about it. We'll try to do stuff next turn. I mean, they might want to wipe the board here. I was like, a split up would have been legit. Yeah, we're not overly worried about that. I was hoping we'd get one of our burn spells here. That would have made this turn a whole lot easier. So right now, this would deal 4. This would deal 4, so that's 8. I guess we just attack. See what the opponent's up to. We're going to end up having to kill that 2/6, I think, is the plan here. Wow. Okay, they're going to just let the rest live? Sure. Works for me. Alright, opponent's at 8. You kind of have to do something now, so we're just going to end the turn. They might have a board sweeper or something here. And then we'll have to rebuild, which is fine. Yep, I assumed something like that was coming. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Why not? Man, the fact that we've only drawn 2 burn spells out of, like, 18 is pretty rough here. Definitely could have used more. Now, here's the sick part. If we can get a 1 damage burn spell, like we get another lightning blast or burst lightning, we could play either of these. I was say that would have pinged the opponent, but slows things down now. That's fine though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we get another land, we can still play both of these. That's almost something. Yeah, let's play this and play this. I assume they'll just have another sweeper here, because they're playing that type of deck. Yeah, I was going to say, not a surprise. Okay, you're a little something. Kind of wish we would have done this in a little bit of a different way, but sure. Alright, pass the turn. So this could be 5 straight up, and then any 3 damage spell is a winner now. Or brass with any 2 damage spell is a winner. So we have a bunch of ways to get across the finish line, depending on what we draw. Just don't draw land. That's kind of the plan right now. Yep, you get some cards. The fun part about this deck is even though they're playing all this removal and all the sweepers, like, we can still get to the finish line. Like, we have other outs. Alright, so we're going to get this extra 2, put them down to 3. Now we just need to draw any of our damage spells. That'll do. That'll do. So now we cast this for 2, which deals an extra 1 from Overbrass, and that should do it. Unless they have a gain life thing here somehow. Okay, they did gain life. I mean, that happened. Oh, gross. Why the land? Oh, are you kidding? Oh, no. How sad is that? Yeah, Felidar Retreat. That works. Make a token, get some cards. Those are legit. Now I want to draw Virtue. Virtue would just be straight up, like, shoot for 2 and then just play it. Alright, Chorus Case, Mage. Why not? You're a couple of bodies. Alright, well, that's something. I assume here comes another sweeper. No, Overlord is not a sweeper. And they know what's on top of our library, so I have to assume they have another battle menu to gain life here. Either that or they're just digging for something. Because that's going to be 5 damage straight up if they don't have it. And they can't really attack because we're at 29 life and they want to keep their blockers, I'm sure. Yeah, that can be as big as it wants to be. That's just game. So yeah, we beat a deck that got double Caretaker's talent, actually triple Caretaker's talent, double Builder's talent, played a life gain spell and 2 sweepers. And it didn't matter. Love that. Yep, we'll take those. All right, let's keep this. We got lightning, and since it's kind of the purpose of playing the deck today, I guess I'll keep it. Ooh, we're going to need more burn spells, aren't we? If this is just like the mono green, you know, Tifa, landfall, whatever deck, this could be very tough. No, it's an elf deck. Okay, well that could work in our favor. I probably should be killing the Stalwart, but most of their stuff I think we can kill. That's going to be 2 toughness anyway. Oh, that's cute. I mean, I'll attack, see if you block. I would trade that for something. Alright, crazy as this is, if they don't go wild here, lightning could potentially end the game with the pings from the Coruscation Mage. So we're going to attack with just lightning. Opponent, you gotta block. Opponent, you gotta block. I was going to say, don't do this to yourself. Alright, so here's what's pretty sick. I'm going to use this. Hit this guy. So it shrinks the other 2 creatures. Then lightning can just take both those out with the first strike. Yep, and then they're giving up. The reason I was saying had they let lightning through, it could have been close to lethal, is that lightning would have put them down to 14, but then this would have dealt 4. This would have dealt 6, so that's already another 10. Plus 2 pings from this would have been 11, 12, 13, 14. So that would have ended it if they didn't block. Like, that's how crazy this card can be in no time. Like, wild that this is actually working. You know, sure. It's not great, but we do have 4 lands to cast these eventually. If we even get to. We're probably going to have to discard them. Oh no, there goes my 1 burn spell. That makes us sad. We found another, though. Opponent play something I can kill for just 2 damage? That'd be hot. Nope. They're sitting on removal spells. Fair enough. End the turn. Yeah, this is probably going to be bad for us. I don't see too many ways that this goes well. Like, resolve. I mean, I guess we discard this guy. Like, they know we're sitting on big things. They're obviously sitting on a lot of removal. Let's just kill her. At least force them to use roll removal to kill our Ashnil. Here's kind of the plus side, though, right? If Ashnil dies, assuming it doesn't get exiled, it'll become a land, and then I can just play the Virtue of Courage. And black decks aren't often playing ways to kill this. Opponent chose the wrong option on their card, which I have seen happen at times. Yeah, we're just going to attack. I think they chose token creature instead of non-token creature. Do I want to discard anything to draw? Probably not. I'm just going to end the turn. Unstoppable Slasher, you got it. Alright, we're going to ping that Knucklehead and get him out the way. I could have let Ashnil just get blocked by it and kill it, but whatevs. Alright, well, we're not going to find a 5th land, and that's okay. We're just going to keep drawing monsters. Also, the fact that Defiler first strikes is kind of gross. You got it, Bloodletter. You do get a duress that's successful for something. Look at that. Oh, well, you're cute. Well, we'll go ahead and just play this, because this is going to deal extra damage. So, yeah, I'll pay the 2 life. Choose a target. Deal 2 damage to any target. This is only if it deals damage to an opponent, though, right? Yeah, alright. So they'll just take 4. And then they have to block, or they just die. Yeah, this is a crazy tandem of 2 cards here. Yep. Alright, on you, opponent. And as soon as we cast lightning, they die anyway. Yeah, so that was a little weird one, because the opponent did make an error not killing Ashnell. But if they did, we would have been able to play this a turn sooner. We would have still been able to play lightning. Lightning could have just blocked a slasher anyway, so we probably still win that one, but kind of an ugly win. Okay, let's keep this. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Don't even know if I want to play a mage on 2 if we're able to here. Almost feel like we want to wait. See what happens. Alright, well, if you're just going to sit on a bunch of removal spells, then we're definitely not going to be in a hurry to play anything. I'd rather get 2 tokens, see if they deal with our tokens. Oh, Lumbering World Wagon. That wasn't part of the script. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the opponent then. Take our turn. Play 2 of these duders. And I feel like on some level they kind of want to play a creature and attack with the World Wagon. But maybe they just use this turn to kill off our 2 bodies. The biggest thing here would be getting an untapped land, because then we could play Urabrass, cast a spell, get a mana back, deal the 3, get a mana back, deal another 3. That would be huge. That's Magic Christmas land, though. We'll see if we get it. And this is if we cast 3 or more instants or sorceries in a turn, we get to flip it. Rarely are we going to do that. We're not really built to do that. I think here the opponent is trying to decide, like, is it worth it to kill creatures or build your board and attack? And well, Moira's actually pretty legit. I'm a big fan of that card. Unfortunately, we did not get the untapped land that we wanted. So I'm going to use this time to try to kill a Moira. And the reason I did the Lightning Strike, even though it's going to be a little bit of overkill, is I want the cheap spells to be able to stack up next turn. And I might even just play Virtue of Courage, to be honest. Alright, opponent goes to 11. This is effectively 4 damage right now. Still no clue what the opponent's up to right now. Oh, you're doing combo-y things with Calamity. That's gross. Oh no, are they gonna Smuggler surprise us next turn? Yeesh. Can we win otherwise? If we play Urabrask, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, opponent would still be at 3. If we play Courage, we can still only shoot for 2. So that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not going to do it. Alright, well, I guess this is kind of where we're at then. And just hope for the best? I don't know. I don't know what else we're going to do here. Yeah, you got it. Smuggler surprise incoming. It's just what do we die to if we die? We do have Urabrass to at least block something. So there is that. Ooh, those guys coming into play would gain a bunch of life, though. Oh, it's actually Brotherhood's in. Alright, well, we'll get this in while we can, I suppose. right, opponent's at 3. Sure. Do they just die to this now? I mean, I guess they could have cut down. Nope, looks like they don't. Alright, we'll take that one. Okay. Sure. Gonna be taking some damage from our lands, which is not great, but very playable hand. We have Lightning Strike, either Lightning or Heartflame Duelist to shoot something, and then Defiler, so, you know. We'll see. Alright, I'll play that so it looks like we can deal a burn damage or something. Are you playing just a red deck? If so, 2 things. 1, even if we get something we can cast, I probably want to leave damage up to kill their creatures. But also, we probably want to run the Heartflame Duelist out as bait before Lightning, since Lightning can just gain life repetitively. If this is, you know, either the red or the blue-red aggro decks. Oh, this is definitely mono-red, just with the mice and stuff. Yeah. Love that. Alright, this is pretty good for us. We'll take that. We'll pass. And Defiler's pretty hard for them to deal with without wasting 2 burn spells. So that could be good for us too. Alright, if they kept that hand, that means they have damage spells to kill stuff. So we're going to go with Defiler here. Play the thing that's hard for them to kill. And if they have just like double burst lightning or something, so be it. Like if the red deck's wasting 2 burn spells to kill one of your creatures, you will accept that every single time. Screaming Nemesis. You're cute. Sure, I'm just going to take 3, because why not? What do we do here? We could take 2, make our spells cost less. Then I could just play Heartflame Duelist, but I wouldn't be able to gain any life because it's going to deal damage to us. I'm not sure what I want to do with this, actually. And how much damage I want to take from Defiler of Instinct, too. Because I kind of want to play this first, and then just get the option of gaining some extra life, if we wanted it. There's also a weirdly interesting thing here. That by the Heartflame Duelist being out, the opponent might want to kill that instead of us with the 3 damage, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we just let it through, I guess. And they can stack on rages and other things, though, I guess, if they want to. You're going to Witchstalker Frenzy for 5. Alright, I guess this is where we just put the opponent to the test. You want to kill my creature, or you want to shoot me? Alright, cool. So we still get to gain life the rest of the way. Sometimes you got to make those types of weird plays just to see what the opponent's up to. I'm assuming they have smaller burn damage that can kill stuff here, but who knows? Maybe it's just more Screaming Nemesis or something. Nope, it's a Heartflame Duelist. Would you like to kill my lightning? Looks like that's a yes. I can respect it. Ashenale, you're great. But that play earlier of getting them to kill our creature was actually pretty big. Because we're still potentially able to get life off of lightning and whatnot here. Like, yeah, rage up, do your thing. Like, none of us are surprised about what's going down here. Alright. And a Screaming Nemesis. Now that sucks, unfortunately. Okay, opponent is at 16. We can get 4 and 4, and they would be at 8. Then we could attack for 4. That could be interesting. We could also just play lightning here with them having 1 card in hand. Oh boy, so many options. Also, if they don't kill us, though, because what would you have to have? Like, you pump this guy, so it goes to 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a rage is 8, 9, 10. I don't even know if they could kill us. So if we just do this, we might just kill them next turn. Yeah, no attacks. Let's just see what you're working with. Yeah, sure. You got it. It's 8, 9, 10. Yeah, sure. If you got something that deals double damage, then you got me, I guess. They don't. And you're not going to deal 6 with 1 spell. That's ball game, friend. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Shoot you for a whole lot. Because unless you kill Ashnell here, each of those are going to deal 4. Yep. And, yeah, we're just going to do this. They'll be dead before we even have to make a decision. Love that. So that was kind of an interesting sequence where we got them to kill the creature we wanted to, but ultimately we never even really attempted to gain life. I mean, we got a little bit of life on the very last turn, but really didn't come into play. So it's kind of funny how that worked out. That we got what we wanted with the idea of possibly being able to gain life, but we never had to. And lightning drew some damage earlier just as a threat, which was kind of nice too. So I guess it all worked out in the end. Okay, sure. Not the most productive hand, but we'll see what's up. And we can technically cast everything that's in hand, so that's good. Usually don't like seeing a Surveil tap land turn 1. I'm going to hold on to this burn spell, though. Let's go ahead and drop one of these dudes down and try to test the waters a little bit. Is this just going to die? Okay, so they are doing the Reanimator type stuff here. And we missed a land, and we can't cast Lightning Helix right now. That is not good. Ooh, that's tough, that's tough, that's tough. Alright. The good news here is even, I mean, if we can get another land, preferably a white untapped land, then, like, even if they get this night back, though, that's all wishful thinking at this point. Oh boy. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. We will discard a card. Probably... Oh boy, I don't even know what I want to get rid of here. Probably this? Oh no, we still didn't find any land. Oh. That's going to be an awful way to get another loss here. Yeah, if we had land, this hand actually could have come together. Now, not so much. Yep, and that's going to allow them to Una or whatever they want to do next turn. Alright, well, we found some, but it might be too little too late. What's the best thing we could do here? Deal 4, 5, 6, 7. They go to 8. And then potentially we could deal 3, 6. That's not really going to cut it. What if we dealt 4? I guess the other option is, let's just do this. And then maybe we can gain enough life with our blockers and things. We could stay alive and get them over the course of 2 or 3 turns. Yeah, assume that was coming. So we're not too concerned about that. I say that, that's weird. They're about to make like a pile of tokens, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. But that's also why this life is going to matter. Okay, it's a tap land. Gosh dang it. Alright, so here's what we're looking at. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Would still only be 8, 9, 10. We wouldn't quite get there. We could play Lightning to block a token. Alright, let's try that. There's a world where some crazy stuff goes down, so why not? I mean, incoming? Yeah, I was gonna say, they might as well, right? Attack with... I mean, I guess you don't have to attack with your 3-3, but whatever. I probably would. I mean, it's indestructible. But it does also stonewall lightning if they don't attack, so there's that. That can go find a thing. That makes sense in there. They don't have anything else to go get... Oh, okay! Coruscation Mage. All right, you're talking my language a little bit. So if we play you and then shoot the opponent for 5, we gain 6+. So we'd be at 22. We could chump block something. All right, this isn't terrible. We could maybe live with this. All right, now I'm feeling a little better. That if we can survive this turn, I think we can get them. Yeah, don't even care that that's in the yard. That is not relevant to our interest right now. Bahamut. Okay. Well, you're not going to get that in play right now. How funny is it that I'm like, yeah, you can have another night of the round. We'll be fine. Such a wild situation to be in. Yeah, sure. You got it. I'll take 12+ or whatever here. Yeah, sure. Shoot you for 5. Alright, no blocks. We're at 22. We'll lose a bunch of life. You get another dude. Oh, this isn't going to be enough. I'm going to be 1 short. Oh, because you got Bahamut to kill a guy. Yeah, that's tough. Yep. We're not going to quite get there, I don't think. Nope. And everything's going to get a bonus next turn. Man, if we wouldn't have got stuck on land early, we could have actually got there. That's tough. GG's opponent. Dang. Alright, I'll gamble it. I feel like I'm not supposed to keep this, but 2 tap lands means I'm not really playing much till turn 3 anyway. We have 2 turns to draw on tap land, then we'll see what happens. Alright. Are we going to need to kill a Siren? Okay, we found a 3rd land, so that's good. Combat research? No. Why would we allow that? Oh, and they kept a 1-land hand? Shame on you, opponent. Shame on you. They were banking on that combat research getting the job done. Means they probably have another one. Alright, I'm going to go... Urabrask here? Nah, we're just going to go here. Like, you have to spend your spells bouncing our cards now. Like, countering stuff is not going to be good enough. Like, just bouncing stuff repetitively will not be enough to win this game. Kept a greedy hand, though. This is what happens. Like, this deck can punish greedy hands. Sure, you got it. Still not really going to stop us here. I'm gonna let Ashnell get in there just for an extra couple points, just because we can. Yep. So they're playing, yeah. So I've seen a version of this deck before. Basically what it is a bunch of really cheap creatures, all the cheap blue spells, bounce spells, things like this to like turn your creatures off. Obviously trying to draw a lot of cards, keep their hand full, and then a few little counters to back stuff up. So basically playing the tempo game of like bounce your stuff, counter it when you try to replay it. I'm going to keep drawing cards to refill my hand. The problem with that plan, though, is sort of what you just saw here. Like if you kill their creature that has the combat research on it, that means they don't really get to draw cards and keep their plan going. Or if you're playing against something like this, it just has big creatures. It's just like, okay, well now every single spell has to hit, or else you're just stuck. So yeah, it's a interesting deck, and it's a good budget deck when it hits, but when it doesn't, it feels very pedestrian. Alright, we'll keep this. If it's against a creature deck, this hand's kind of sweet. If it's not, this hand kind of stupid. But we'll see. Well, that doesn't help us at all. Also means there's a real chance the opponent has the ability to destroy an enchantment, which is not good for our Virtue of Courage. That makes us kind of sad. But I'm going to go ahead and shoot the opponent, and we'll just have this kind of waiting off to the side. I mean, we did get a fair amount of burn damage here, so, that could be a thing, too. Encroaching Dragonstorm. Oh, is this just dragons on their side? If so, this creates a different question. Because... do we want to burn them? I guess I'll do a little bit. You don't want to get too wasteful, because we might need them to be able to kill dragons. But again, had this highway robbery been a get loss, we might have been a little better off here. No way that Defiler of Instinct survives any real amount of time, I can't imagine. Unless her hand's all like cut downs and stuff, but yeah, that makes sense. Like, not remotely surprised that that happened. Okay, well, we will waste some spells here on old Lootster. Oh, do you have something to protect loot? Oh, that sucks. This is probably about to get hit with a Spell Pierce. Oh, it didn't. Weird. Okay, well, we got a little lucky there. Wonder what that pause was about. Like, what do you have? Oh, I guess it could have been cut down. Because loot would have been a viable target if they wanted it to be. Alright, there's Nissa. So see, now this is ugly, because now we have to kill Nissa, which kind of ruins a lot of our fun. And we never really got off the ground with this draw either. But again, had this just been a get loss, we could have just killed Nissa, kept the other burn spells in our hand to try to set up these things. Alright, well the good news is the opponent doesn't have much here. Bad news is about 3 attack steps more and we'll be in trouble. And they're going to have some ways to gain life here as well, which is not good. But, we'll do what we can. And we haven't drawn the 5th land for this Virtue of Courage, which sucks. Now, hopefully they don't exile this guy, and if he just dies, we'll have a chance at playing that thing. Okay, we do. That works. We'll go all the way down to 14 here. Oh, are they going to remove it from our yard before we get it? Oh, I thought they were going to. What are we doing here? Zombifying loot. Oh, that's interesting. Why do you want loot so badly? Well, this is kind of our last-ditch play here. And we'll just have to hope loot doesn't do something crazy. Oh, they had a Heritage Reclamation. Yeah, well, we're cooked then anyway. They had our number. GG's. Because we take 9 here, we can gain 6. Oh, I guess we're going to take 8. All right. How do we even remotely begin to get out of this? We shoot them for 3. I wouldn't be able to Helix then. Yeah, I think we're just saying that this being a get loss would just be better. If I do this, shoot them, then they go to 9, but then they have all this sitting there. Yeah, I just don't think we have an out here, realistically. Because I can play this, shoot them, chump block, but then they're still at a bunch of life. I mean, the only way that works is if... No, that doesn't work either, because then they have a burn spell. Yeah, that's tough. All right, we just have to pass, I guess. Maybe they won't leave enough mana open that we could burn them out? Like, I don't know. Okay, they left the door open, kinda. Let's see what happens here. Well, that gains them life, too. Yeah, we weren't going to beat this. They're playing a bunch of life gain, and they had the right draws against us. Like, we're in trouble. This is when this creature enters, you can draw. All right. So we shoot them down to 11. We have to wait to shoot them with this so we can gain some extra life, right? So we would gain 6, 7, 8, be able to chump block something. So we'd be at 10. No. Yeah, we would gain 6, so we'd be at 8. If we got to block something, then we take 3, 4, 5. All right, I mean, I guess we got to pass the turn and hope for the best. I mean, we kind of want them to attack with their creature land. So, okay. Well, they're still going to have 2 lands open here. Plus Llanowar Elf. Which we obviously don't like. Okay, they had a cut down. So now we have to fire these off now. All right, so we're at 8, and this would put us to 11, actually. They go to 5, but then they'd still be able to crack 1 food. So they technically are still at 8. I'm trying to see if there's a situation where we don't die if they attack, but then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we kind of have to do it, or we'd just be dead. Or I'd be forced to kill one of their creatures, which still leaves us mostly dead. Yeah. And I don't think I can deal 8 from here. Nope, definitely not with that. Alright, GG's, you got us, opponent. I don't have a winning combination. Yeah, this deck was pretty much just anti our whole strategy, right? Spell removal, big things we had to deal with. We had a slow start. They killed our enchantments. Like, they had life gain on a bunch of their dragons. Like, we weren't going to beat that deck. And that's okay. You're not going to win them all. Yeah, as I was saying, I think the last couple of cards I'm going to switch up are going to be to get 3 Get Lost into the deck. Because I think that's where we could get some enchantment removal, dealing with some big creatures that we just don't have the ability to right now. So making a couple of small switches there could be good. And I think there's also a world where we could probably play Tor Wakeen, which is an interesting card, where you can pay X to make your spells for the turn deal more. That's another thing we could play over probably the 2/2 Goblin that deals 2 damage. I think if we swap that up, the deck might actually be pretty sweet. And it actually worked well. I was really impressed with Lightning. Did a lot. I mean, very fragile, only being 2 toughness, obviously. But it becomes the must-deal-with card. And since you have so many other things your opponents have to deal with, that actually works out pretty well for us. So I'm pretty impressed overall. The deck did pretty well. I think we were at like 68%, which is also very good. So really no complaints on this one. If you want to play it, it's a small upgrade from the version that existed before. So I say go for it. And y'all know the drill. There'll be a link in the description. Take you over to Moxfield to go get it. Remember, if you want to become a channel member, you can get access to extra videos. You can also get private deck help. We have all kinds of stuff for different levels. And you can determine what's going to appear on the channel. But if you want to support the channel for free, like always, you can just check out our sponsor, use the code, or just watch another video and watch it all the way through because that always helps. That's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.